Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga section. I'm here today to bring the review for One Piece episode 879. So we start things off with Luffy and Sanji still sulking about the new bounties. Obviously, we know why Sanji has been sulking previously from the last episode, but in this episode we find out why Luffy was sulking, and now he mistakenly misreads his new bounty, which later on in the episode gets to be revealed to be 1.5 mil. Um, I can't remember if in the anime right now it's the highest bounty um given to us thus far. Actually, I think Kakui's is more, but anyway, it's not the highest. It's one of the highest bounties within the anime at this present moment in time. So after the Sulking, we move on where we find out that uh Navy guards have been given out to, if not all the kings and queens of the people come to the reverie, some of them. And we find out that during this time, during the reverie time, pirates use this time to attempt to kidnap princesses. I assume that, princes would be like eligible for kidnap as well, but basically stealing royals so they can use it to get some money out of the world government for holding them for ransom. So we see that within this episode, and then we kind of go into a focus on Coby, where we see Coby again after so long. Good to see Coby. I want to see him do more because I'm really interested to see what he learned during the 2 year time skip and just how powerful he is right now. And now we do get some kind of indication to that within this episode. We know that his observation haki is on a great level, greater than his friend's Heppo, I think his name is. That's what I want to call him anyway. We learned that. We know that he's kind of famous within the Navy because was it the Princesses of Dressrosa? Yeah, they've heard about him previously. The Rocky incident, I think it was called, and that involved Trafalgar Law. So we can assume that Coby has had a run-in with Trafalgar Law, and they, so there was a fight that took place. So kind of judging the scale of his power, we don't exactly know if there was a fight or not on how that turned out, but it is kind of cool to think that Trafalgar Law had a run-in with Coby. They had a fight, and Coby lived to tell the tale. That's kind of cool. Just to talk about Coby and his friend a little bit more in terms of where I think they stand right now, because they haven't reappeared in the manga since what happened in this episode has happened. So I don't know how strong they're gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna be Gear 4 level or Shibukai level or what level they're. But when it comes to their haki, I'm guessing that they're both working observation. Obviously, we see Coby. Okay, we don't actually see him use it, but we know he uses it within this episode. His friend says that like, what's up with your observation? It's better than mine. So we both know they got observation haki. But I've also reckoned that they will be rocking the Ardment Hardening haki as well, and I think this will be a thing where Coby is the superior at observation, and Hippo will be the superior at Ardman. And like I said, I don't know what level of strength they're gonna be, but I reckon Coby will be the stronger of the two, with his friends just a little bit behind, always trailing behind, because that's the kind of traits I think others tried to portray with these two. Yeah, with these two, that Kobe will always be the superior, with his friend always just lacking straight there behind. But in terms of where they stand, how much how powerful pirates they can go up against, what they are sent out to kind of instance they to tackle. I do not know. I guess for now we can say supernova level, because they went for, at least Coby did anyway, went for Trafalgar. So they're up there in strength, I guess. But let me know what you think. And then that's where things get really bad for me, because I was enjoying the episode until we go into flashback, and now I said everything I said in my last review about this whole flashback thing. That's what I'll probably be saying here, and with this episode, for me, it sold me a dream because every time it came back out of the flashback, every time I saw the seagulls again, I was thinking, oh, okay, the flashback is done. But if anything, it felt longer within this episode than the last episode. And like I said last week, I get why they're doing it. They're thinking about, in this moment in time, they're thinking about the person, so it makes sense to see what they're thinking, but they've executed it badly. So after all of that, with the Coby stuff and just reliving the first time we met with Luffy, the incident with Zoro, him being able to join the Marines. I'm surprised they never showed some Garp in there as well, but they left that out. But yeah, after reliving that, during reliving that, I'm gonna add something right here. During reliving that, I just couldn't help but think that the scenes, especially the scenes where we see Zoro again, it just looked really miscolored. And I get it, they reanimated it, but it's better in the original. I'm just saying. But after reliving that, we get the thoughts and opinions of the younger. Kaido's a bit confused, why was Luffy on Big Mom's territory? Big Mom, on the other hand, she's upset about the news, and she's like, alright, cool. Morganson's gonna get it, Luffy's gonna get it. So Big Mom's angry right now. That's funny. Not Big Mom. Blackbeard, on the other hand, he's read the newspaper. He's like, yo, Luffy, it's too early for you to be considered an emperor. And I totally agree with this statement. He technically, no. He may have the numbers, but he doesn't have the brute strength. And I'm not just talking about him solo, I'm talking about the people backing him as well. He's got the numbers, but his numbers don't have the strength for him to be called a Yonko. That's just how I feel about it. And now Shanks, on the other hand, is like, yo, the time for us to meet soon. The time for us to meet what may come soon. And now this gets me gassed. And now, because ever since I started One Piece, I've always wanted to see and always hoped that there is a moment. Because some people think that Shanks is going to die. I'm not one of the people there. I always hoped for the moment where Luffy and Shanks meet up again. I've always waited for that moment. And for Shanks to say that within this episode, the time is coming soon, gets me excited. Now, granted, if it is soon, it's only going to be soon within One Piece time. So, like, let's just say after one. And, like, we know there's a lot of episodes for arcs, but when you go into the actual time that's taking place, it's never really that long. So, in that respect, it could be soon. But for us in real time, it's still definitely gonna be years. Even in the manga, it's gonna be years for Luffy and Shanks to meet up again, if they are going to meet up again. And yeah, that's everything I've got to say about this episode. Pacing terrible as always. Too much time spent on Coby in this flashback. So yeah, I'm gonna give this episode a 2-star rating and call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.